Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's for Brody. Mr. Brody Lee, if you will. We're going to talk about Aew Dynamite tonight. Season 3, episode 39. And I'm getting Microsoft notifications in my ear. Thank you so much for doing that while I was live. So rude. So rude. Tell me about that stuff when I'm not busy, you know? But before we dive into everything, just want to remind you all to check out the links in the description. There is the merch site. It is updated for this coming season. That's right. It is fall time, going into winter. It's Wisconsin. You never know when summer and winter and fall and spring are all going to just completely mess with your head and show up whenever. That's what the state does lately. You know, you look out your door, or first you look at your phone and you're like, oh, it's going to be a lovely day. You go outside, shit, it's snowing, you know? So for those uncontrollable weather mysteries of life, J-Bone's got the merch for you. Go in there this Friday, all weekend long, starting Friday the 1st through the 3rd at Smash This Podcast, the merch site in the link in the description. We got your long sleeve tees. We got your hoodies. We got all that lovely stuff. Sweatshirts. Go get yourself some merch, 20% off Friday through Sunday. I've been slacking on the whole, merch thing, so I've got I even updated all the stuff for T&I to do the hoodies and the long sleeve tees. I even got stuff for the ladies. It's not all just stuff for the men. I got long sleeve tees and sweatshirts and stuff for the ladies as well. Go check out the designs down below. And also, before we jump into this lovely episode of AEW Dynamite that was tonight, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Check out all the socials in the description. Bell's boy, it's Gary J-Bone, yay. Folks, if you don't know what that little joke is, go check out my boys over on the TNI UK. They celebrated 50 episodes earlier today and had a hell of a episode. They had the trio of the TNI UK guys. You had Bison, you had the Joker, and the Simply Steve, but you also had myself, J to the A to the Y to the bone, helping them celebrate, along with Uncle Marq, and front row Bill was in his house. And we all just had a great conversation about this past week of Impact and the upcoming stuff leading to the Knockouts Knockdown in this next episode airing tomorrow night. And some great conversation. We had a lot of laughs, and so please go give my boys some love. Please go give my boys some love. They've worked really hard to get to this point. I started out producing them a little over a year ago, and they've come a long way. They really have. They've come a long way. And Bison himself has an interview coming up Friday, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. He is interviewing the one, the only W. Morrissey. That's right. Impact's own Morrissey traveled all the way to the UK. No, he didn't really do that. But he did have a great conversation with Bison, and it's no spoilers, but Bison said it's very telling about his possible future in wrestling. So make sure you go check that out. Here's to crossing the fingers for him staying in Impact Wrestling. I feel like this last several months has been a great fit for him. His redemption story has been phenomenal. So make sure you go check out that conversation. I'll be uploading that within the next 24 hours to make sure it launches at noon my time, 6 p.m. UK time. So wherever you live, just kind of do the math. I'm not a math guy. I never was, never will be. I'm central time zone, so that's noon, and he's 6 p.m. when it launches. So like I said, just figure that out. I apologize for being late because I got sucked into the first few minutes of the new Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes reality TV series. I don't watch a lot of reality television, but I do enjoy some stuff like, for example, I watch the Miz's, the Miz and Mrs. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of laughs. And I love when they pull back the curtain a little bit, and you see a little bit of behind the scenes, telling about this and telling about that. That's fascinated me from, oh God, I don't know how long it's fascinated me. Like whenever there's like stories to tell, I don't mean like destroying kayfabe. It's just interesting to see how stuff ticks, So yeah, I'm not reviewing that now. Obviously, it's airing right now. So I appreciate whoever's here, because I'm assuming if you're an AEW fan, you're going to watch that too. So if you're watching this on the replay, hey, it's all good. I don't care when you show up to watch my show. It's all love. Don't apologize. Just if you're here, you're here. If you're not, hey, I'll see you down the road. So Courtney's here. I didn't think Courtney was going to be here because she said in the Discord that she was going to be watching the show tonight. So that just means that Courtney and everyone else is multitasking. Bless you for multitasking and watching the Rhodes show. What was it? Rhodes to the Top? Is that what it's called? It's very interesting. And I'm not paying attention to a lot of the sheets and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of things out there talking about, there's bad vibes between the EVPs and nobody's working together and nobody's talking together. And it's like, you know what? I don't need to know if anybody's rubbing elbows with anyone. Dude, running a wrestling company is like batshit chaos. I can only expect the most chaos. So if you go from being all chummy and all on the same level, now you're boosted up to EVP status and you're all got different responsibilities. Yeah, life is going to change you. Life is absolutely going to change you. So I'm not buying all the BS. They're all still there. They're all still there, obviously. Young Bucks are there. Kenny's champ. Cody's got his reality show and he's got a family now and he's doing all sorts of stuff. His wife is a what the hell is that called? Brand officer. I'm missing something in there, but you know what I mean. They all got jobs. Zach Boniver says bad vibes when Trent and J-Bone, he shipped Trent to Mexico. I did not. Don't buy the lie, folks. Don't buy the lie. I may have fired him from the podcast of TNI. I did not ship him off to Mexico. I am not some kind of cartel guy. I don't know. Those cartel guys, I can't even think. I'm not some Scarface guy that's just, all right, put him in the barrel, ship him off to Mexico. Let him swim with the fishes. No, I love Trent. He's my brother, man. I've podcasted with a lot of people in my time here on YouTube, and he's become one of my closest friends. as far as, you know, the world of podcasting and just outside, you know. I mean, we talk about other stuff, you know, when we have time, and do lunch here and there. Great guy. No, and he stopped in the throwback. And said hi from where he was. A gorgeous skyline from where he was. Jiminy Christmas. And I just told him, I said, hey, just get back safe, man. That's all we care about. Just get back safe, you know. So, yeah, good on him. Enjoying himself. He deserves it. You know, nice, relaxing family trip away from everything. Clear head. I tell you, folks, with what I've been dealing with, like outside of all this, I need one of those myself. Someday, though. Someday. Bell's Boy says, you're not El Chapo, J-Bone. No, I'm far from El Chapo. I'm not going to be, you know, chopping off eggs and, you know, wiping out towns and whatever El Chapo does. I don't know. I haven't seen the Netflix series. I don't know what he does. No, I know he's a real guy, but, you know, there's been stories told about him and all that stuff. Just reading the chat. So thanks everyone for being here. What a nuts episode. It feels a little different. Like, it's a very exciting time to be a fan of AEW wrestling, but it feels like there's a giant transition going on. You know, all these new faces, while you got your OG faces still trying to do prominent things. It's you know, everybody's fighting for that spot. That cherished TV spot. So it's it feels different. It still felt like a very good episode of AEW Dynamite. All right, so let's jump into this. Season 3, episode 39. We got CM Punk on commentary, not allowed to stage dive. And honestly, for his own like safety, thinking about his future, just in general, you know. I mean, the guy's got balls. The size of the Empire State Building, I'd say. You know, wanting to, you know, crowd dive into the people, the lovely AEW audience, and trust them to catch him. And not that they wouldn't, but still, it's a risk, you know. It's like you know when those hands are there to catch you and take care of you, and yet you're surrounded by people that might be sick and you don't know it. It's a risk. It's a risk. I'm just saying. I'm not going to get into a big thing, but it's a big risk. Well, New York came out with a thing saying that stage diving is a big no-no. There is no stage diving allowed in the state of New York. And I'm assuming that means concerts and public events and whatnot. Well, that would include what we got here. So CM Punk comes out and he points at the crowd and he starts running, and then it goes, oh, no, I'm not allowed. Does a quick lap around the ring and back to commentary. He's on commentary. I got to say, man, Punk on commentary is a lot of damn fun. He is really, really a lot of fun. Oh, my goodness. Breaking news. This literally hit just minutes ago. I know I'm jumping ahead here, but if I don't say it, someone's going to say it. So this is breaking news. I get these notifications from ringsidenews.com. Sammy Guevara. You ready for this? Can we get a little drum roll? Sammy Guevara challenges. By the way, if you don't know, congratulations to Sammy Guevara for becoming the new and new TNT champion. He beat Miro in the main event tonight. And apparently, they said quickly as they were going off the air, we'll hear from Sammy during the first break of Rhodes to the Top. So I didn't list, you know, I didn't stick around that long. I'm like, I got a show to do. So I just watched a couple minutes. Cool first few minutes. When I'm done with this, I'll probably watch it or crash. We'll see how tired I am, because man, I got all this energy and it's just gonna, like, you know, it's gonna going to keel over eventually. Sammy Guevara challenges Bobby Fish to TNT title match on Dynamite next week. Wow. Oh my God. So, Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish next week. Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb. What a loaded show. The Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Adam Cole, baby, versus Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Bryan Danielson, and Christian Cage. Wow. Feels like there's someone missing in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 4 on 4. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Like I said, horrible at math. And then there's going to be a casino ladder match. And I didn't hear what the stipulation of that was. It flashed in front of my eyes so fast, I didn't even get that in my notes. So there you go. I didn't miss it now. So that's already, I mean, and they're going to just, add some more to that. That is a loaded card for next week's Dynamite. Jiminy Christmas. Plus, we'll get into some stuff that's going to happen on Friday. Avoid spoilers, folks, if you just don't want to know what's happening at Rampage. But damn, Bobby Fish versus Sammy Guevara next week. That's crazy. Now, I thought I heard that Bobby Fish was signing somewhere else. It wasn't Ring of Honor. Is it he's showing up in MLW? Is that what it is? Okay, yeah. Bell's Boy says here, damn, Bobby Fish is getting around first MLW, now AEW. Yeah, because there's MLW stuff going on sometime within the next few days in Philly. And I think Front Row Bill's going to that one. I'm not sure. Mark's in the chat. What is up, brother? My favorite nephew. Paul Nelson's in the chat. Mr. Impact Wrestling, Bill, Front Row Bill himself, says signed to MLW. He must have some kind of like special deal where he's under contract with MLW, but he's got free reign to go wherever. I mean, God, the guy's how old? I'm not calling him an old fart or nothing, but I'm just saying the guy's been around long enough. You've been to Ring of Honor, spent several years, 4 years, I guess you could say 4 years, about 4 years, give or take a little more, in the WWE, in NXT. And yeah, so when you leave a company like WWE, you want to keep your options open, completely understandable. So who knows what's really going to happen? Could be just, cup of coffee in AEW, just smelling the flowers. Smelling the flowers, folks. That's what he's doing. So yeah. Terrence Sullivan says Bobby Fish is pulling a Chelsea Green. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a few people in the industry that are doing that now. It's not a bad thing. So yeah. Violet says MJF and Pillman are open with MLW. Well, they're officially done with MLW. I don't think they're going back, but they were open with MLW because that AEW was not a part of their contract. Their contract said they couldn't do TV with WWE or Impact Wrestling. It was a list of names, but at the time they signed, AEW was not a thing. So there was the loophole in the contract there. That's why they got it. So yeah, more news. Let's talk about that, Marq with a very strong opinion here. Love Leo Rush, but he's going to get lost bad in AEW. So yeah, if you didn't see, Leo Rush has signed with AEW. But here's the thing. He's still doing stuff with New Japan. And hey, good on him. And I don't know. Like, I don't think there's any news out there this early as far as the freedom he has. Is he going to go back and forth between New Japan and AEW? Obviously doing strong brand stuff, touring around with New Japan. I have no idea what's going on. If he's, I mean, hell, the guy was retired. And apparently is not retired. Somebody, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. You know, look, and I'm not going to knock anyone for doing that. I can't. You know, I'm just not. So I'm doing good, Paul. Thanks, man. Well, if you don't want spoilers, get out of here because we're going to talk about it. No, I'm kidding. You can stick around. Yeah, that's right, Violet. Forbidden Door, right? Oh man. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Starts out hot with Adam Cole versus Jungle Boy. This one went like 20 minutes with. It felt like it went 20 minutes without a commercial break. Is that right? It was crazy. It felt like it didn't even have a commercial. Maybe I just was so like blown away by blown away by the match. But man, these guys tore it up. Adam Cole gets the win, and the crowd was hot for both of them though. They really were. They love them some Jungle Boy as well, and there was no one out on either side helping him. I mean, did Adam Cole beat him with a low blow while the ref wasn't looking? Yeah. It's typical Super Click stuff. He's a heel. He's a very popular heel. So Marq, Cole is rightfully over. Yes, very over. He's over like a rover. Randy Sam with a question here. J-Bo question. I like Arn tonight on the mic, LOL, but did you get Rocky vibe with Cody Rhodes tonight? The loser get a vacation to come back more like a hero again, J-Bo? I don't quite understand your question. As far as the relationship being rocky, yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's some rocky stuff going on there. We'll talk about more of that later. Yeah, absolutely. So then we go to the break, and just as we're going to the break, the Elite are making their way to the ring. Everybody except for Don Callis. It almost feels weird. Maybe he showed up in the pink suit again, and they're like, nah, man, you've been out here for like a month straight of episodes with that damn pink suit. It's time to go home and scrub your ass and wash that damn pink suit. It's not pink anymore. It's getting funky. Callis, yeah, damn. Wear something else. Purple or blue or puce or something, Enough of that pink suit. Damn. You stank. Go wash. Anyways, so Kenny Omega's out there, and I can't remember what the hell he said because they were handing the mics around, but hashtag no balls. No balls was I'm guessing was trending. Brian Danielson, that's still not used to saying that. I'm going to slip a couple times, I think. But it's Brian Danielson. Gotta get used. Damn, it's been like over 10 years. Gotta get used to that again. Shit. Brian Danielson comes out And he wants a rematch. He's getting the crowd all fired up. Who wants to see a rematch between me and Kenny Omega? And then that's where the no balls comes in. Kenny no balls Omega. It's CM Punk. Hey, there's a t-shirt. Oh God. It's just wait 24 hours. Just wait 24 hours. Someone's gonna come up with something. If they got redeemed these nuts, you're gonna see a Kenny No Balls Omega t-shirt. And all the profits will go straight to Bryan Danielson. Very funny stuff going back and forth. So Bryan Danielson wants that rematch. So yeah. So hence the match that we're getting. Is it what did I say? Is it next Dynamite next week, a week from now? The Elite versus Team Bryan Danielson. So yeah, fun segment. It feels like there's like really something big happening here. I was expecting the Bryan Danielson thing to like maybe cool down and then maybe Kenny Omega gets someone else, but they're staying with this Bryan Danielson thing. It feels like, I don't know if they're going to take this all the way to Full Gear. But they're gonna keep stoking the fire because it's red hot right now. It just feels. I mean, that was, people are still talking about that match, Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. Crazy. I've only watched it once. I probably will watch it again at some point. When I think about it, because there's just too much stuff going on. But damn, the fans want to see it again, and they want to see it for the title. We'll see what Big TK has to say. We'll see. Next, this was interesting. This is what was it? Randy was talking about. So we got Daunte Martin and Matt Sydal. Very interesting tag team there. I'm I don't know where Mike is, but obviously Daunte with Matt Sydal, it feels like two different generations doing the same thing. It feels like it's a really good fit, honestly. It really does. Versus Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson. Lee Johnson, part of the Rhodes family there. And he's out there with Arn. And the missus is out there too. Brandy Rhodes. Can't forget Brandy Rhodes. Man, this match was a lot of fun. But there is absolutely something going on between Cody Rhodes and Arn Anderson. But before I get to talking about that, now it's not to take anything away from Matt Sydal, but the guy's got, he's got that match flow. He just does great work, no matter who he's working with. Daunte Martin, the guy is special. And I don't mean Jerry Lewis special. I mean, the guy is talented. So talented. The way, they say that Pac is the guy that defies gravity and all that. Well, damn. Daunte is stealing that gimmick, and he's burning the bridge behind him as he's doing it. Holy shnikes. Seriously. The air this kid gets. You've seen some high flyers that are just a blast to watch. You've seen Jeff Hardy. You've seen, Eddie Guerrero doing a splash. Savage doing the elbow. It's all through history. People catching that air and they just kind of like hang there for a second, and that second feels like it lasts forever. And then boom, with the move, Daunte Martin's just amazing. This kid is something to watch. Folks, if you're sleeping on Daunte Martin, take it from J-Bone. Please take some time out. Go watch this kid. He is absolutely going to be one of the future stars of this company. He's just getting, what is he, 20? My God, something else. Lee Johnson stole the show with this one, though. He gets the win for him and Cody. And then Cody starts talking. And this crowd is just eating him alive. This crowd, I said this a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, Cody Rhodes just came back and everyone's booing him. I'm like, I don't get it. And now I said that then. I get it now. I know that Cody Rhodes is not. Look, I still love Cody Rhodes. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm his biggest fan, or he's my favorite. But I love Cody. He's one of the guys that drew me to love this brand because I love everything that Cody's done inside and outside of the ring ever since he left the WWE. He's carved a path for himself, and look at him now. He's doing amazing things. So yeah, I'm a big fan of his. Marq is not a fan of Cody. He says he's the living embodiment of cringe on earth. Does he have an ego? Are there things about him I probably wouldn't like? Yeah, probably. But man, you're going to line up everybody in the industry and start picking on, yeah, well, this guy did this and this guy's this way and this guy, dude, I probably wouldn't watch wrestling anymore. I try to just stay away from that shit. I'm going to love the series. It's going to be very interesting to me to see the life of an EVP behind the curtains and drawing that curtain. And is there going to be parts of what he's doing that I may not like? Sure. But remember, it's also television. It's also produced television. And, hey, same way that my wife was a very big John Cena fan. She started watching John Cena in the Bellas series, whatever the hell is Bellas, the Bellas, the Diva Bellas thing, whatever the hell it was. She, after watching how John Cena acted in his mansion towards Nikki, she could not stand him. She was like, wow, what an asshole. And I'm like, okay, he may be an asshole, but he's also protecting himself, So, I mean, I could see both sides of it. So, yeah. Bill says less Cody equals better product. All right. I certainly do think that this is leading to a heel turn for Cody, even though he said he's never going to turn heel. It's never say never in the wrestling industry, Cody. It's. But Arn tells Cody to shut up just as he starts talking, and Arn is just ripping Cody a new asshole. I mean, Cody's going to go in the back and he's going to, get out of his wrestling gear and he's going to have to figure out how to shit. Literally. He's going to be like, oh, I got a second asshole here. Wow. Look at that. But he left Cody in the ring after chewing him a new one and took Lee with him. And he's like, hey, at least Lee will listen to me. And that's not an ego thing. That's Arn saying that Lee Johnson, sorry, I was like, I felt like I was screwing the name up for a second. My apologies. I didn't. Lee Johnson, he said at least Lee Johnson listens to me, as in Lee Johnson is coachable. Arn's coach. Arn's the manager. and says Cody's getting to the point where his ego's starting to, like the old saying goes, writing checks that his butt can't cash. So yeah, something's going on with Cody. I'm very curious to see what's going on here. The Rhodes family seems to be a little off kilter, So I'm very curious to see where this goes. Bill says his heel work in Ring of Honor is probably his best other than dashing. Yeah, I loved his heel work in there too. Yeah. Good stuff. So yeah, like I said, he leaves Cody in the ring, takes Lee Johnson with him, and Cody's left there just kind of rolling his eyes like, oh man, what's going on? Next, we got now this was kind of interesting. It felt like it didn't really fit the bill of tonight, but it did, but it didn't, because Eddie's a New York guy. So, this is Rochester, New York. So you got Mox, Eddie Kingston, and Darby Allin versus Bear Country and a debuting Anthony Greene. Now, number one, great to see Bear Country back, because I love these guys. These guys are just like old school, big guy, ugly. I love it. It's just, not everybody has to have $1 million smile and $1 million haircut like Cody Rhodes, man. You can just be big and gnarly and look like a beast and just be awesome. I love it. Anthony Greene, though, the guy's been around the block. I don't know a whole lot about him other than he is also a recent free agent of he was let go from WWE. He was in that group that was all, I believe, 205 Live guys / NXT let goes, something like that. Violet says she saw Bear Country last Sunday at an indie show. Awesome. Cool. I saw something else here. Oh, Mr. Fretz, what is up, man? Jabonski. Can't stay. Just want to say hello. Hope you're all well, peeps. Yeah, much love, Mr. Fretz. We're hanging in there, man. We're just taking it a day at a time. Can't get into everything right now, but I will someday. I'll let you guys all in on what's shaking, because there's a lot going on. But anyways, we continue here. It was fun. Everybody kind of got their stuff in. Mox, Eddie, and Darby kind of acted like they had an easy night. But, man, it was great to see Bear Country. Anthony Greene really took an ass whipping. Even got a Scorpion death drop from the Stinger himself. Maybe he was a little Stinger and just wanted that. So, who knows? Yeah. Then we got a 16-man tag. Oof, man. By the time I was done writing, the match was over. No, but this one was a little, for lack of better words, I'm just going to say disturbing the way it started out, because this night was for Brody Lee. But later, when other stuff happened, it all made sense and it all came together. So it was, the story they told was okay. So you had Orange Cassidy with the Dark Order, Uno, Grayson, Reynolds, Silver, Colt Cabana against Private Party, Matt Hardy, Butcher and the Blade, Evans and Angélico. And there's one more guy that took a lot of beating at the end, and I know he's new to the Hardy Party, the House of Hardy. I apologize. I didn't write his name down. I know he's still very new to the brand of AEW and also new to Hardy's brand. If anybody wants to fill in the blank, he's got a different kind of name. It's like Edo or Iro or something like that. It's different. It's different. But yeah, so so Orange Cassidy and his crew, the Dark Order, they do get the win, but like partway through the match, it starts going off the rails because the guys from the Dark Order are not getting along. Grayson and Uno start taking off. Allin was his name, Allin Angels, even rips his mask off, throws it at Evil Uno at the start of the match. So he basically wrestles a whole match without a mask. I'm like, wow, I never even seen this guy's face. I'm like, this guy has a face? How many of these guys actually have faces? I've never seen them. But yeah, partway through the match, -1 and Amanda Huber, the late Brody Lee's widow, his wife, comes out and she's emotional and she's furious and she comes out there stomping with Anna Jay and Ty Conti, and they all just they just get right in the face of Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, like, get your asses back in the ring, get your shit together. This is not what tonight's about. You're here to, work as a group. You guys are family. Get your shit together. And they do. They get their shit together, everybody, and then they really start tearing into the Hardy Party and all those guys. And they get a win. They got a win. It was exciting. It was very emotional. So still kind of feels weird, that all this was going on, but maybe they knew that it was all going to lead to tonight, and tonight was like the climax of the story and then the happy ending. So we'll see. But everyone's in the ring at the end, along with Amanda Huber, Ty Conti, Anna Jay, and -1 is on the shoulders of number 10, Preston Vance, I believe. I haven't seen him around for a while. I mean, they're still part of TV and stuff, but they haven't been in the spotlight lately much. Just kind of, they're there, but they're not there. I'd like to see them featured a little more, but not everybody can get featured at once. Then we get so then we're about halfway through the show now. A lot of promos here. Lio Rush talks about, I don't know, he was talking a lot of stuff about money. I don't have any money, so he talked about things that I don't know anything about, investing and buying and trading and all that stuff that I never got into in my life. But apparently now, like I said earlier in a small news portion before we started, Lio Rush is all elite now. So we'll have to see what Pell's boy. You said climax. That's right, Beavis. So yeah, I'm happy he's signed. I still want to see him do stuff with New Japan. So maybe that is part of his contract, that he has the freedom to go back and forth between New Japan and AEW. We'll have to wait and see what the future holds for him as far as where he's going. But we know he's not retired. And I think that's what the fans love the most. Now, he just dropped another new single. I think it's his entrance music. Don't quote me on that. But I saw something pop up on YouTube because I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. The guy's dropping some stuff. So if you're into his brand of hip-hop or rap, whatever you want to classify it as, it's okay. It's okay. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but I'll listen to anything once, FTR then, with a promo talking about with Tully by their side, they feel revitalized. And so I guess they're sticking around. I guess, Cash and Dax are going to be okay physically, mentally, ready to go. I don't want to overthink this. Obviously, they know what they're up against as far as, injuries and whatever they got thrown in their face over the course of the last few months. If they're good to go, then they're good to go. And I'm happy because for a while it felt like they were on their way out because of I want to say Dax's injury. Is it Dax or is it Cash? I don't know. I always screw them up as far as who's who, but it's the one that's not bald. I know it's that. So, anyways, Marq says this whole FTR thing is so weird. Yeah, it is kind of weird. It is. But it's a transition. It's a transition because I'm sure their future was really kind of, of giant. It's Cash. Thank you. It was a giant question mark, so I'm sure they had to figure shit out. So, they are still one of the best tag teams in wrestling, period, in my professional podcasting opinion. There, got it in there. Took a while tonight. So yeah, FTR is revitalized. Tully is still by their side. And they said anybody getting in their way better look out, or whatever, however he ended that one. Then it goes straight into Dan Lambert in the ring with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. And, man, they are fired up and pissed. New York crowd, not too kind to Dan Lambert. Basically told him to, what did they tell him? To shut the fuck up? Yeah, it was pretty cold, pretty harsh. And then Scorpio Sky spit some stuff, and then Ethan Page, he's fired up, and he's saying that they are rolling with champions now as a part of America's top team. And so yeah, if that also feels kind of weird because Dan Lambert, I mean, man, great promo guy. Still kind of awkward that he's doing promos for Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, because I feel like they're both more than capable to get themselves over. Or maybe Tony Khan doesn't think so. I don't know. It's kind of a strange, we'll have to wait and see what's happening. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Marq says Scorpio Sky has become unlikable. Damn it. Right? Yeah. So, and then we got Hikaru Shida talking about how she's going to take on Serena Deebs. She is going for win number 50. And that's a significant amount of wins in a company. And it's great to see more women on the show. We had a tag match coming up here next. Then we also had more promos. Did I skip it? Did I miss it? Where is it? Oh no, that's after the tag match. So we had a lot of women all together on the show at once, between promos and matches and then promos. So it's a lot of women fighting for real estate on this show. And it's, either it should be promos or matches, and so that was good to see. It was all kind of lumped together in the second half of the show, but it was still good to see because I know that has been a thing that AEW has had to work on over the course of this last year, big time. Yeah, holy Shida. That's right. Holy Shida. So Hikaru Shida going for win number 50 against Serena Deebs next week. Good to see both of them back, on TV. I know Serena Deebs was she had surgery again. So hopefully she's okay and she's cleared and she's good to go. I can't wait to see that match. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, Mark says she may not be getting a lot of TV time, but Sheeta is still clearly one of the best women wrestlers on the planet. And Bell's boy says, amen. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, she carried that women's division throughout the pandemic last year. Oh, bless her for that. Seriously. She and it's a rough time to be a champ when you don't have an audience to feed off of. It's can't be easy at all. Each company went through a different phase of doing whatever during the pandemic, and yeah, says a lot about them. Says a lot. All right, holy shit! Then we got the Bunny and Penelope Ford. I love how Punk said Penelope, and I go back to that joke every once in a while that Booker T called her Penelope, at the start of this company. It cracked me up. I, I was pleasantly surprised that Punk did that. So, yeah, I don't know if that was a little rib on Booker T or what, but I thought that was hilarious. Penelope Ford and the Bunny versus Ty Conti and Anna Jay. Fun little match. A little wonky, but for fun, and it's all for Brody Lee, so they got the Dark Order. The women of the Dark Order got the win here. So, and then we get some promos from Rosa, Jade Cargill, and Nyla Rose. They got a no DQ women's three-way on Rampage. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be fire, folks. See? It's either give them promo time to promote something and or themselves, or get them in the ring. See, that was a great example of, okay, maybe there weren't like 10 matches of women on the episode, but you had a tag match, whether you liked it or not. It was a tag match. So you had 4 women up there and you had promos bookending the match. So that's good. That's good. That's more women on a show than they usually do. Than they have. So yeah, it's a step in the right direction. Keep featuring some of your women. Throw it around, and I don't have the time to sit and watch, all the other shows. I know those shows do feature more women throughout there, so at least they're doing that too. It's not like those shows are ignoring women. They always got some kind of women's match somewhere on them. Mark says, if you review Rampage, I'll join you because I want to talk about this match. I have a lot of thoughts about this one. Are you talking about this tag match that happened, or are you talking about this three-way that's gonna happen? Either way, you're more than welcome, bro. My Friday's open. Now, I think AAW also has a show then, and I've been really slacking on the AAW stuff, and I feel bad because I love that brand. It's Trent's brand. But I don't know when that show is. I'm gonna try to watch it, but there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm on here when I can be. I know I've been making TNI a little more of a priority than my own brand, but it is what it is. I'm getting on here when I can. I'll break everything down someday, folks. Just, me. It's when you get J-Bone, you get someone who's I'm going to be one of the realest guys on here, and I'm not going to bullshit you. I may make some promises and then I don't keep them about stuff that I'd like to do, but it's not because I'm lying to you. It's called shit. I just didn't get it done. Like I wanted to review this, didn't happen. Sue me. It's. But yeah, I'll break down what's going on someday for you. I just can't right now. The three-way match. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Says I think Rose is gonna have to work really hard here. Hoping Cargill can keep up with the other two. Um, yeah, you've got three different styles here, so it's gonna be interesting. Very interesting. So thanks, Bill. This brand will keep you regular. Thanks, appreciate that. I know that in my old age. Uh, but yeah, you can't wait for that no DQ women's 3-way at Rampage this Friday. MJF then out here. This was a very heavy promo second hour, but that's okay. It's okay. As long as the promos are good, I'm all right. It's all storytelling going one way or another, So MJF's out there with Wardlow. Wardlow's just kind of in the background, hemming and hawing, like, oh, I guess I got to be out here with this asshole, MJF, damn, he's just when you think MJF is like pissed you off enough and you don't think he could possibly piss you off anymore, damn. He goes and has a promo night like this where he just brings up all sorts of like crazy tragic shit about Darby Allin, and then oh my god, just ridiculous. Just sitting on my easy chair, just booing the hell out of him. He's so damn good though. He's so good. The kid is good beyond his years. It's ridiculous. Talking about how he's the pillar of AEW, and he mentions guys like Jungle Boy beat him, Sammy Guevara beat him, and then he says he kind of just runs over Darby Allin real quick, and then he talks about himself. Of course, he's a pillar in the company, and he wants to see this brand succeed, but Tony's not giving him what he wants, and then he says he's got Bruce Pritchard over at MLW on speed dial. Okay. Punk said, what did Punk say? Said everybody's got him on speed dial or something. And then Darby comes out. He's all fired up, but he's fired up, but he's keeping his cool. He doesn't react physically or violently to what MJF is saying, and MJF just keeps chewing him and chewing him and chewing him, and Darby just, dude, he's got like an MJF bulletproof vest, and he's like, MJF, I'm not gonna get mad at you. You just keep talking. I'm still standing here. You keep talking. I'm not gonna punch you. And MJF just keeps going, and to the point where MJF's got nothing else, and then MJF just leaves. Very interesting. This was another part of the show that was a little confusing. I don't know if they're bringing back this feud. I mean, it's a damn good one. I'm not complaining. It's just I didn't see, because we already saw Darby tonight. We already saw him in a match, so I wasn't expecting to see him back. I was expecting to see someone new, and I don't mean like a debut, just someone else other than who he mentioned. Like, oh, you mentioned this guy, you mentioned this guy, you mentioned this guy, but you didn't mention me, and you haven't beaten me. Like one of those things. That'd been perfect here. That's what I was expecting when he started listening. When you drop names, someone else is going to show up. Shit, I dropped my cap. So I am. So this is going to lead to another Darby MJF feud. Like they feuded, right? Like a while ago. I don't know if it's for the TNT title or for what it was for. Maybe it was a while ago. I just look. You watch so much wrestling and just everything just gets blurry and shit. And I'm old, so sorry. But I don't remember what it was. But it was, I'm not complaining. MJF is also talking about, He's like, I'm a number one, you're a number two, and you're also hanging out with a great number two, Sting. So I'm not sure who the number one he's referring to is if he's referring to number one as Ric Flair or something. Obviously, he's a name that can't be named, especially right now. Although MJF is the kind of guy who would probably name drop Ric Flair, but that's knowing Tony Khan, that would be like, no, you can do just about anything. Do not name drop Ric Flair. Because then that would hint that he's coming in, and then that would piss off fans that would turn the dial, and you can't do that. This is a very critical time for this company right now. You know, this is a time when you're trying to get people to turn the dial towards AEW, not away. So, but MJF is good. He's Bell's boy here. I can't believe MJF mentioned Bruce Pritchard, which maybe lends credence that he might leave and go to the E. MJF is gold. No matter where he's going to go, he is gold. And honestly, I think he's a little too edgy for WWE, honestly, a little bit. Tony gives him a lot of freedom, and they give him a lot of, I don't know how like scripted he is. Obviously, there's like bullet points or whatever. But whatever MJF is doing, he's just amazing. And it was a very good point there that I'm just remembering now. Darby says it's funny that I'm the one of both of us that has gotten a championship and you haven't. So, excuse me. I don't know. You know what? Okay, so I might have just figured it out. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this is a thing where both of them are going to end up in that ladder match next week. Because I don't know what that ladder match is about. It's a casino. It's not a casino battle royal ladder match, is it? It's a contenders match. It's something. I forget what it is. But maybe that's what this is about. Maybe they're both going to be in that ladder match, and there are going to be two key people in that match just beating the shit out of each other, destroying each other. Maybe that's what this is. Because if that's what this is about, I'm all for it. Like MJF has gone for the AEW championship before and lost. And who did he fight? Oh, he fought Mox. Bell's boy says he might be considering you can now say shit on WWE programming. That's well, he did say shit in his promo tonight at least once. So who knows where it's leading to? If all it is a Darby MJF feud, I'm good. Just bring it. Love it. But then there was no Sting out there. That's interesting. You've seen those two together so much. But maybe this was just meant to be just between the two. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think this is all leading to. Do you think it's part of that ladders match? Do you think it's just a feud, mano y mano? What do you think it is? We then, and after all this promo stuff, I almost forgot what the main event was going to be tonight. We got the TNT Championship match between Sammy Guevara and Miro. And I was really hoping that they did save enough time for this. And it felt like there was a decent amount of time. It was about 20 minutes, give or take a little, I think 15, 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I love this match. Miro did his whole, I'm a wrestling god physique, just pounding his chest, getting the crowd riled up. But there is a part of the crowd that just loves them some Sammy Guevara. He is over like a rover lately. Like, he's really had some great breakout moments since everything going on with the Pinnacle and the shit. The Chris Jericho, the Inner Circle. He really feels like the breakout guy from there. You know, it doesn't feel like anyone else is really shining as much as Sammy right now. And that's not a knock on Santana and Ortiz. You know, they're a tag team. You know, they got other things going on. Jake Hagar, they use him sporadically here and there while he trains for MMA. And when they need him, he comes back and he kicks ass, and then, you know, see him for a bit. So that's very unique. But Sammy, you know, and Fozzy, God bless Chris Jericho, man. He's out there rocking and rolling and entertaining crowds all the time now with his band. Violet, that's true. Yeah, she says, I know you've always loved Sammy. I've loved Sammy Guevara for a long time, and I know he's an OG guy in this brand. Day one. And God, it's one of those things that obsess me too at the same time. I've watched this kid for so long. I forgot where I first started watching him. It wasn't with AEW. It was with I don't know if I found his vlog, if I saw him in some matches. I forget where I saw him first. But anyways, but I know he's done a bunch of different stuff. He's done Lucha Underground. He's it was before Lucha though. I'd have to go back and look at his vlogs and see what he's all done because I can't remember. But anyways, I love Sammy. You know, he's had his faults over the years, but he's risen above them and he's come back stronger. Zach Bonifer says security guard in the WWE. No, that's not it. Damn it. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. But anyways, we continue. I'm so happy for Sammy getting the win here. It's his first championship in this brand, right? He hasn't had anything. He never had a tag title thing going on. I mean, he's done stuff with Chris Jericho, but which I still love that he, you know, tagged with Jericho here and there. But I love this match. Miro, like I said, Miro did his the whole ego chest pounding. I'm Miro, stomp around, and Miro's great. And I'm like, damn it, one of these times we're gonna see Lana, you know. Maybe someday we'll see. I keep waiting because I know she's a free agent now. I know she is, but I don't pay that much attention to Miro and Lana like outside of watching AEW. I don't really pay attention to socials much at all lately. I promote my stuff when I do, and that's about it. You know, I flip through Twitter for 5 minutes and I'm out. It's, you know, and then I spend a lot of time in Discord and stuff. Discord's where it's at. You know, we've built such a great community in the TNI Discord, and that's honestly where I spend most of my time, and I get updates, and we got some great family members that always keep us updated on this brand and that brand, and it's a blast. I love it. Bell's boy, that's interesting. He says, now the question is, where does Miro go on from here? That is a question. You know, is he going to get put into this this ladder match? I got to look and see what that is. Let me just quick check the old ringside news. No, I don't want to look at that. That's spoilers. Get out of here. Sammy Guevara says Brody Lee is the greatest TNT champion during speech to Rochester crowd. Well, that's proper. Very proper. Spoiler results? No, go away. No, I don't. Shane McMahon's current WWE contract status. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Sammy Guevara, after winning against Miro, by the way, man, the stuff that Sammy did in that match, my God. Does that somersault twisting flip, landing perfectly on Miro, and like diving over the turnbuckle. That's like an extra few. It's not just jumping over a rope. It's one thing to like dive over a rope talent, kind of talent. Then you're like jumping over a turnbuckle and the ring post, making sure you clear that, and then landing right on your opponent. And Sammy does it flawlessly. It's stuff like that that just blows my mind about this kid. It's just something. All right. All right, so here we go. Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish, TNT title match. That's still just Jiminy Christmas. Bobby Fish versus Sammy Guevara. Shut up and take my money. Bobby Fish can go and do whatever the hell he wants. He's so good. Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb. Going for win number 50 for Hikaru Shida. The Elite versus Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Bryan Danielson, and Christian Cage. And then a casino ladder match. Casino ladder match. So something's going on. That's going to be for something. I don't know what. I'm going to have to check. We'll see. We'll see. And I'll probably drop some more stuff throughout the week. And so it's looking like another solid show next week. Like I said, folks, some stuff felt a little wonky, but it's transitioning. You got a lot of new faces, and you're building to the next pay-per-view, which they announced is going to be in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Target in November. I got to check the date. And I was like, ooh, it's a state over for me. No, I'm not going to go. I'll just looking for the twisty cap on my bottle of water, and I can't find it. Forgot I dropped it. Shit. Long day, folks. Long day. So yeah, it's still a very, like I said, this is crazy time in wrestling. There was a lot of rumors tonight about certain someone might show up. And I know that Ringside News was kind of putting the brakes on some of those rumors that Wyndham Rotunda, I don't know. Bray Wyatt, damn it, I'm still not used to that real name yet. Wyndham Rotunda was possibly going to show up tonight as part of a tribute to his fallen brother, Brody Lee. But that apparently was not in the cards. The article was interesting because they're like, well, our sources said that they don't know anything about it. No one knew anything about Adam Cole showing up. That's how closely to the chest that was held. No one. And if you want to know how well hidden it is, go listen to the Mrs. John Moxley, if you will. Renee, what's her name? Renee Paquette? I forget her last name. She's got that podcast, and it's on Spotify and all over the place. YouTube, I've been watching the YouTube videos because those are fun. And she just interviewed Adam Cole. And Adam Cole was talking about how he flew into Milwaukee the night before and then drove down to Chi-Town from Milwaukee. And I was like, oh, Milwaukee. Just minutes from me. That's pretty cool. So that was kind of interesting to hear that story. Yeah, go check out that interview. Great shit. So yeah, there's so much going on. New faces. It's exciting. It's, and I know it's frustrating for some fans because, oh, well, I didn't see so-and-so and I didn't see this gal or this tag team. That's when I advise you to go check out Dark and Elevation, AEW Dark and AEW Elevation, because a lot of people that you're not seeing on TV, they're down there in Florida for those tapings, or they are, or they're recording it before, however they're doing it, because they're doing both. It just depends on timing and everything, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. So, Keith, what is up, Coach Keith? You missed J-Bone's news. Yeah, I talked about some stuff at the beginning. I didn't really call it J-Bone's news per se, but I talked about Leo Rush getting signed. And apparently Kiera Hogan is signed as well. Congratulations to her on signing a contract. The what do they call her? The Fire. She was the Fire of the Fire and the Flavor. So I'm very excited for her. I know she was kind of testing the waters all over the place, and she did a lot of dark episodes, and she lost a few matches, a couple squash matches, if you will. But hey, that's that's how they test a personality. How do you lose in a company says a lot about you and how you take that loss. Can you grow from it? Will you stick around? There's all sorts of stuff you can learn from it. So, yeah, can't wait to see where this all goes. And we'll CM Punk do more stage diving. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'll be I'm going to do my best to do Rampage on Friday. We'll see how it goes. As far as I know, I'm free. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. Tomorrow, of course, is all the Impact stuff over that other little podcast called TNI. But before we get out of here, I just want to remind you folks that came in late to check out all the links in the description starting Friday through Sunday. 20% off merch in the Smash This Podcast merch site. It's all updated with all new long sleeve tees, hoodies, sweatshirts, all that lovely stuff. It's got stickers, mugs, caps are back. So tons of new merch. Go check it out. And I need to work on some new merch ideas, some new designs. So if anybody's got any ideas, hit me up, But yeah, so go check that out. Starts this Friday, 20% off. And anything else? Can't think of anything else. But yeah, TNI tomorrow. Impact stuff. Be doing a watch along for BTI and Impact Wrestling, and then the review following. So should be a whole different gaggle of people in there. You never know who's going to show up. Could be Trent from Mexico. Could be Kyle from some scumbag alley. You never know. But So yeah. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and on your way out, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We're out of here, folks. We'll see you mañana over that other little podcast. Take care, folks. We'll see you.